We're going to begin with that day of action all across the country. Large crowds turning out for the second No Kings demonstration. From small towns to big cities, people filled the streets, and it was a similar scene right here in the Bay Area. Just about every region had some sort of protest, some larger than others, but the message all the same. San Francisco was likely the largest, with tens of thousands of people marching down Market Street to Civic Center Plaza for a rally. ABC 7 News reporter Cornell Bernard was there.
We're gonna beat back the Trump attack. We're gonna beat back the Trump attack.
Market Street packed curb to curb with demonstrators marching and saying no kings to the Trump administration.
America has always been in our DNA to actually stand up for people who actually think they're going to be kings. And the Trump administration thinks that he is a king.
This second No Kings march may be bigger than another demonstration last June. Sky 7 captured a huge crowd on the move Saturday. Organizers estimate as many as 50,000 people taking part, including Furman Lau and son Gabriel from El Dorado Hills.
This is history in the making, and I feel proud to be here, honored to be here, to not only be here by myself, but also to bring my son with me. And the power of the voice, the power of the people, the power of democracy.
The protest pushing back against recent moves by the Trump administration, including ramped up immigration enforcement and sending troops to Democratic-controlled cities. San Francisco has been mentioned.
It's pretty revolting to even suggest that the National Guard can come in or that we need them to come in and police a beautiful, peaceful protest like what we're having today.
This crowd of thousands making its way up Market Street to Civic Center for a rally at City Hall. At Ocean Beach, hundreds gathered on the sand to form a human banner. From the air, it spelled out No Kings and yes on Prop 50, which allows the state to redraw district lines before midterm elections.
We have freedom of speech, and we have to express our feelings about what's going on in our different communities.
In Marin County, a unity clap with a crowd of hundreds who came to the fairgrounds in San Rafael.
No kings! Can I hear it with me? No kings! No kings!
If you're not okay with what's going on in this country, you got to make an appearance and show up.
Cornell Bernard, ABC 7 News.
In the East Bay, Sky 7 was over the No Kings protest. This one in downtown Oakland. You see here thousands of people marching near Lake Marin. There was such a crush of people that BART actually opened its fare gates and gave free rides when the Lake Marin station became inundated with some of these demonstrators. BART also offered up free parking and longer trains to accommodate all of the huge crowds. Now let's take you over to Walnut Creek, where thousands of people also flooded the busy downtown streets there. They gathered in the shopping center next to Broadway Plaza at the intersection of Mount Diablo Boulevard. Representative Mark DeSaulnier spoke to the crowd. People there we spoke with tell us they were there to take a stand for democracy.
Many more people here than there were back on June 14th, the first No Kings Day. But it's a really nice scene to see everybody out here united on this front, and we're trying to bring our country back together.
Participants also voiced their opposition to ICE crackdown on immigrants and Trump's threats to deploy National Guard troops to U.S. cities. And just down the road in Pleasant Hill, a large group here of protesters gathered outside City Hall on Gregory Lane. Plenty of signs, even some people in costumes. One person who went to the first No Kings protest back in June says this one was much bigger and that it even spilled over to neighboring Pleasant Hill Park. Now over in Fremont, hundreds gathered this morning at Walnut Avenue and Paseo Padre Parkway to join the nationwide protests. One attendee we spoke with said this political divide among Americans comes from the top and that things won't change unless leaders change their priorities.
Our two political party system just isn't working. You've got everybody battling against each other. They're not doing anything to help the people. They're just out to help themselves. And until our government learns how to help the people instead of themselves, we're hurting. We're hurting bad. So it's got to change from the government on down.
In addition to the protesters, countless cars passing by the protest honked their horns in support of all the crowds lining up the streets. In the South Bay, Sky 7 overhead in San Jose, where protesters gathered in St. James Park, many holding signs to condemn the Trump administration. Organizers here say the crowd topped 10,000 at its peak. The attendees say one of the end goals is to boost political engagement.